kids have the perfect mindset to get lost in the joy of a good book. Books for kids are ultimately the inspiration for healthy imaginative play, long-term reading skills, and even the springboard for theoretical conversation at the dinner table. While kids are often on the go and don't take the time to slow down for a good read, introducing your kids to the joy of reading, a good book isn't as insurmountable as it seems. A little creativity on the parent's behalf, and you will have a budding reader reluctantly putting their book down to move on to other demands. Books for kids help to develop their already active imaginations. There really is no such thing as an unimaginative child, just kids with varying imaginative qualities. While one child might be able to imagine underwater cities and create friends from thin air, other children might be conjuring up the next Windows application, or mentally developing the technology to hook up 12 gaming systems to a single television without ever unplugging a system again. Developing your child's unique imagination through books starts with what they are already showing you on a daily basis. The reasonable argument for enticing kids to read books that are outside of their element includes expanding their horizons. Of course, over time, that's a fabulous idea. For the immediate enticement stage, it is more likely to be a successful venture if kids are reading books that interest them. From the title to the back cover, let them choose their own books. Nearly all American children's presses are highly selective about child and young adult reading material. Children who read age-appropriate books are not likely to run into objectionable material. However, parents can usually read a thick young adult book in a few hours if there is any concern relating to material. For the obstinate television watching child, a family reading hour is a great way to entice your children to read books. Start small. Give the entire family a half an hour to read their book and then 20 minutes or so to talk about what they are reading. Chances are, by the end of the first week, the kids will be requesting a few more minutes to finish their chapter, or will even take the book into their bedroom to continue after family reading hour has concluded. Younger children will benefit from being read to from books for kids. Books for kids that stay within their vocabulary limits with a few challenges, for good measure, are more likely to hold their attention than books written on an adult level with language that is too hard for children to grasp. An overachiever may want to break out Shakespeare at the age of 8, but they are not likely to get much out of it, even if they won't admit it. If children are being read to, it is acceptable to bump up the language a notch or two, as children can often hear the language used and understand it much faster than if they are trying to read it and comprehend it. Finding books for kids that they will love and you will enjoy having them read can be easily done online. Bookstores are great for titles that are unknown and new authors. Online bookstores often carry out-of-print books, significantly reduced books, and books that are a little out of the way and unique for the hard-to-please child. Online book selections are easier for parents to determine than for kids. Often kids need more than a page of text to know whether they think the book is perfect or not. Encouraging them to read a series of books for kids can keep them reading for a long time, and then the habit will be well established, and moving on to the next title is simple. Books for kids have a lot of competition these days. Television with 24-hour-a-day, 7 days a week cartoon, and specialized children's programming, computer games, video games, gadgets that fit in their pocket, DVD players in the car, and probably a few kids out there with electronic gizmos on their bikes are all competing for a kid's attention. Turning them into an avid books for kids lover takes a little disciplined creativity at first. Rules about the electronic gadgets and gizmos can help establish reading time and story time before bed. What could don't want to delay bedtime can help offset the chronic competition that books for kids face. Parents who love to read are more likely to have kids who love to read. Parents who can at the very least appreciate the books for kids and delve into a book for an hour a day can teach their children to love books. Parents who read to their kids help establish a great vocabulary, better communication skills, and have a marvelous and special bond centered around some very special books for kids.